Good morning to all. In last class, we discussed about the optical activity and some important definitions, plane polarized light, and also dextrorotation, levorotation, and also chiral carbon or asymmetric carbon or plane of symmetry. These topics we learn in last class. So this is the continuation topic. So just recall that definitions once again. So in last class we discuss optical isomerism. So optical isomerism means differ in the direction of the rotation of plane polarized light are called optical isomers. Okay, so how to prepare plane polarized light? So the ordinary light is passed through the Nicol prism, then we can get the plane polarized light. So next, optically active plane polarized light. The light whose vibrating occur only in one plane is called plane polarized light. Next, optically active substances. So the substance which can rotate plane polarized light towards right side or left side are called optically active substances. This property optical activity. So dextrorotatory. Dextrorotatory means the compounds which can rotate the plane polarized light to the right side. Right side. That type of compounds are called dextrorotatory compounds. So next, levorotatory compounds. Dextrorotatory plane polarized light is passed through the lactic acid solution. It rotates the clockwise direction. So that's why this is a dextro form of lactic acid, D-lactic acid. It is also represented by plus lactic acid. So small d plus represented by dextro. So similarly, levorotatory compounds. So left side or anti-clockwise direction. Plane polarized light is passed through the lactic acid solution. Then if it rotates anti-clockwise direction, so then we can consider levorotation. It was represented by small l or negative charge. That means L lactic acid or negative lactic acid. So generally we discuss. So next one. So chiral carbon or asymmetric carbon. Chiral carbon or asymmetric carbon or stereo center means which carbon having 4 different groups or atoms. This carbon, hydrogen different, OH different, CH3 different, COOH different. That's why this carbon is chiral carbon. It is also called as stereo center. Stereo center. Okay, next, plane of symmetry. Plane of symmetry means, so in this molecule we can draw an imaginary line in any direction. If that plane divides the molecule into 2 equal parts. This is the tartaric acid molecule. In this molecule we can draw an imaginary line here. So we can get the 2 identical parts, carbon, carbon, COOH, COOH, this side OH, this side OH, here hydrogen, hydrogen. So that's why this tartaric acid molecule exhibit the plane of symmetry property. So up to this one, in last class we discuss. So now we discuss about the next continuation topic, very important topic. So that is enantiomers. Enantiomers definition, very important for regular syllabus for 1 mark questions. Enantiomers. Enantiomers means it is a pair of molecules which are non-superimposable mirror images of each other are called enantiomers. So once again, so a pair of molecules. So enantiomers means a pair of molecules. A pair of molecules which are non-superimposable, which are non-superimposable mirror images mirror images of each other. Mirror images of each other are called enantiomers. Enantiomer. So here enantiomer means a pair of molecule. It is a enantiomer means nothing but a pair of molecule. That means two molecules pair. What type of pair? Which are non-superimposable mirror images. This term is very very important. Non-superimposable mirror images. Mirror image. That two molecules are mirror images. That mirror images also non-superimposable. That type of pair generally we are called as enantiomers. Enantiomers. Okay, first we discuss about the example. Example, that is lactic acid. Lactic acid. Lactic acid. So generally lactic acid, this one, CH3 bond C bond OH bond COOH bond H. This is the lactic acid. So this molecule, mirror image, it was represented by, this is the mirror. It was represented by dotted line, mirror. So generally in mirror, left hand, generally in left hand, in mirror, we can see as a right hand. So right hand in mirror like left hand. Okay, similarly, so here COOH group is present at right side. In mirror images, this COOH we are able to see look like a left side. That means it is taken this one. See. So here CH3 is left side. In mirror images, it will looks like a right side. That up and down positions are same. We are seeing in mirror this one. So this molecule, this is the actually lactic acid molecule. This lactic acid molecule, now we can draw the mirror image. Mirror image means how to write this right side group. In this molecule, left side group. This is the left side group. In this molecule, this is the right side group. So up and down positions are same. There is no change generally in mirror images. Okay. So in this case, if this molecule is belongs to enantiomer, how to prove? According to definition, a pair of molecule. This is one molecule, this is one molecule. Pair, molecular pair. So these two molecules should be follow the non-superimposable. Non-superimposable. Non-superimposable means, how to understand that non-superimposable means, this molecule exactly it is taken on this group, on this molecule. In this case, COOH group is there in this molecule. Suppose this total molecule, it is placed above this molecule. So COOH group is, this CH3 group, this CH3 group is present on, this CH3 group is present on COOH. This carbon, okay, OH, this hydrogen is exactly present on hydrogen, but this COOH group is exactly present on CH3. We are getting the different structures. That is called non-superimposable. Non-superimposable. We are not fold. Exactly this molecule, it is taken on this molecule. So in this case, this CH3 group exactly present on COOH. This carbon is exactly present on this carbon. This COOH group is exactly present on CH3. Different groups are coincide. So different groups are present one above the another. So that's why that is called non-superimposable. 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 So in this case, so suppose, for easy to understand, suppose if we take, this is 5 fingers. This is 5 fingers. Generally. This is also mirror images, this one. This mirror image. Yes or no? This finger mirror image is this one. 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 This one mirror images. So these two hands are non-superimposable mirror images or superimposable mirror images. But easy to understand. This is one molecule. This is one molecule. Mirror image this one. So how to check non-superimposable, superimposable? Exactly one molecule, any one of the molecule, it is exactly placed on the another molecule. It is exactly placed on this one. It is exactly placed on this one. So suppose if you get the different groups are present on one above the another. Yes or no? This is the different fingers. This is the different fingers. So that's why this is the non-superimposable. This is non-superimposable. Okay. Suppose for example, this is one molecule. This is another molecule for example. Mirror images, both are mirror images. This molecule is exactly placed on this molecule. In this case, so exactly fingers are same. That means, so same fingers are present one above the another. Yes or no? This is the superimposable. This is the superimposable. So non-superimposable means we are getting this one. Exactly one molecule is placed on another one. So different groups are present on different groups. That's why it is the non-superimposable. Okay. So we are not fold molecule. This is one molecule. This is another molecule. So we are not fold like that. It is not a correct process. So if you get the superimposable, non-superimposable, what to do? One molecule, you take any one of the molecule. So one molecule is exactly placed on another molecule, exactly placed on another molecule, exactly placed on another molecule, not fold. Folding means this one. Folding means this one. It is not a correct. Exactly placed on another molecule. So in this case, different groups are present on different groups or atoms. That's why this is the non-superimposable. So this term, this means superimposable, non-superimposable, enantiomers, so frequently comes in chemistry. So that's why easy to understand. So enantiomers means a pair of molecules which are non-superimposable mirror images of each other are called enantiomers. In this case, so this is one molecule, this mirror images another molecule, this is another molecule. That means mirror images, both are mirror images to each other. So these two mirror images are superimposable, non-superimposable. How to detect? So simple, same procedure. This molecule is exactly placed on this molecule. In this case, so this CH3 group is exactly placed on COH. Different groups are present one above the another. So here COH group is exactly placed on CH3. Different groups are placed one above the another. That's why these are the non-superimposable mirror images. That's why this type of pairs generally we are called as enantiomers. Enantiomers. In these enantiomers, suppose this is the lactic acid. So suppose one molecule rotate the plane polarized light in right side direction, that is called dextro. Already we discussed it in previous lecture and also recall these topics. So that's why suppose if one molecule exhibit dextrorotatory, immediately that mirror images should be exhibited levorotatory. So in this case, so suppose this molecule exhibit L, levorotatory, exactly that mirror images should be exhibit dextro. So these pair of molecules generally we are called as enantiomers. So what is the difference in between these two molecules? Means, so all atoms are groups, number of carbon atoms, number of oxygen, number of hydrogens are same molecular formula. So that's why, so enantiomers having identical physical properties. Important point, enantiomers having having identical physical properties. That means, what are the physical properties? Identical physical properties, what are those? So boiling point, both are same. Next one, melting point, both are same. So next one, so solubility, so and so on, some other physical properties is also same. But what is the difference? Rotation of plane polarized light only difference. So all types of enantiomers having identical physical properties. What are those? Boiling point, melting point, solubility, and so on. And also, so what is the difference? Differ in rotation of plane polarized light. Rotation of PPL. So this one. This is very important point for competitive track. Enantiomers are having identical physical properties. Boiling point, melting point, structure and solubility, taste, color. So these are the physical properties are same. But what is the differ? Differ in rotation of plane polarized light. One molecule rotate the plane polarized light in right side direction, immediately next one left side direction. So this is the very important definition for board point of view, and also competitive track is also this point. And also next we will go to another important definition, racemic mixture. Racemic mixture. So racemic mixture means it is an equimolar mixture of D isomer and L isomer. Simple definition. It is an equimolar mixture of D isomer and L isomer. So what is the meaning of this one? Racemic mixture means very important definition for regular syllabus also. So it is an equimolar mixture of D isomer and L isomer. What is the meaning? For example, lactic acid 50% D lactic acid, it is mixed with 50% L lactic acid. That is called racemic mixture. According to definition. Equimolar mixture means this is the 50%. This is L isomer. This is another 50%. This is 50%. This is another 50%. This is D isomer. This is L isomer. So 50% D lactic acid, it is mixed with 50% L lactic acid. Then the total mixture, it is taken as racemic mixture. So here one important point is there. So racemic mixture is a optically inactive compound. So it is a optically inactive compound. So what is the meaning of optically inactive? Already in last class we discussed about the optically active. Optically active means rotate the plane polarized light, either right side or left side direction. Inactive means cannot rotate PPL, plane polarized light. Plane polarized light cannot be rotated in the case of racemic mixture. So for example 50% D isomer, D lactic acid, 50% D lactic acid plus 50% L lactic acid. This is the racemic mixture. Yes or no? According to definition, 50% D lactic acid, 50% L lactic acid, both are equal quantity. So that is called a racemic mixture. So this chemical mixture is a optically inactive compound. That means this total compound cannot rotate plane polarized light. Reason. So 50% D lactic acid means what is the meaning? So it rotates the plane polarized light towards right side direction. At the same time, in that compound, L compound is also there, equal quantity. So immediately that rotation will be changed towards left side direction. That means totally that rotation cannot be possible. So that's why racemic mixture is a optically inactive compound. That reason is, so external compensation due to optically inactive compound. So due to external compensation, this is the external compensation, very important for JEE or NEET. Okay, so this is the racemic mixture topic. Racemic mixture is an equimolar mixture of D isomer and L isomer. It is a optically inactive compound due to external compensation. So next we will go to the one definition, important definition, that is chirality. Chirality means a molecule is said to be chiral molecule when it does not contain plane of symmetry and its mirror images are non-superimposable. So chirality means very important, this one. So a molecule is said to be chiral molecule when it does not contain plane of symmetry, plane of symmetry. So and its mirror images are non-superimposable. This property is called chirality. So means a molecule is said to be a chiral molecule when we can decide it does not contain plane of symmetry, important in that molecule. So plane of symmetry is not exhibit. Plane of symmetry means, already we discussed in previous class and also in this discussed plane of symmetry. An imaginary line we can draw if molecule is divided into two equal parts, that is called plane of symmetry. That type of property does not contain. Next, mirror images are non-superimposable. Just now we discussed that mirror images are non-superimposable. So whenever which molecule obey these two properties, that molecule is a chirality molecule. Chirality molecule. So lactic acid, example, lactic acid. So that structure is lactic acid structure CH3 bond C bond COOH. So bond OH bond H. This is the lactic acid. So in this lactic acid, if you draw an imaginary line, any one of the line, that molecule not getting the identical two parts. Yes or no? Suppose if we draw an imaginary line here, this part is different, this part is different. Suppose if we draw an imaginary line here, this part is different, this part is different. Suppose if we draw an imaginary line, this part is different, this part is different. So like that. That means this molecule does not contain plane of symmetry. Similarly, its mirror images are non-superimposable. So previously in enantiomer definition, we are taking the lactic acid. Lactic acid mirror images are non-superimposable. Already we discussed. So that's why for lactic acid molecule, so these two conditions are obeyed. Does not contain plane of symmetry. Mirror images are non-superimposable. That's why. So lactic acid is a chirality molecule. Chiral molecule. So next, very important for one more question in regular syllabus. So conditions for optical activity. Conditions for optical activity. Conditions for optical activity. So any one of the molecule should obey the optical activity property. What are the conditions? Only two conditions. So the first condition is that molecule should having asymmetric center, asymmetric carbon. Molecule should contain asymmetric carbon. Asymmetric carbon means which carbon having four different groups or atoms. That carbon is the asymmetric carbon. Previous video already we discussed this one. So what is the second condition? So obey. That molecule should obey chirality. So which molecule obey these two conditions? What is the first one? Conditions for optical activity. So first one is asymmetric carbon. That means that molecule should contain asymmetric carbon. So at least one carbon having four different groups or group of atoms. Next condition, that molecule should obey chirality. Chirality means does not contain plane of symmetry. Irabaradu. Next, its mirror images are non-superimposable. So which molecule obey these two conditions? That molecule must and should exhibit optical activity property. What is the meaning of optical activity? That molecule should rotate the plane polarized light towards the right side or left side. Suppose that molecule do not obey these two conditions, that compound cannot rotate the plane polarized light any one of the direction. That is called optically inactive substance. So which compound rotate plane polarized light? That is called optical activity. Already we discussed in previous video. Okay, these are the very important for one more question for regular syllabus. Conditions for optical activity. So next we will go to up to this one topic. So that means optical activity topic. In optical activity, dextrorotation, levorotation, enantiomers, asymmetric carbon, plane of symmetry. Next one chirality. So next one racemic mixture. These definitions very important for regular as well as competitive track also. So next we will go to the so inversion configuration. Retention configuration. These two terms we are used in mechanisms, very important mechanisms. So SN1 and SN2 mechanism, we are used inversion configuration, retention configuration. So inversion configuration, first I will explain with the example. So first we are taking any one of the molecule. For example, so I will take this molecule. So C2H5 bond C, bond H, bond CH3, bond Br. Not only this one, you take any one of the alkyl halide. This is alkyl halide because bromine atom is there. That's why this is alkyl halide. And also this is the asymmetric carbon. Yes or no? This asymmetric carbon generally we are called as asymmetric carbon. What is the another name? Stereocenter. This is called stereocenter. So next, any one of the reagent we are added to this molecule. Already we discussed it in chemical properties. For example, aqueous KOH solution we are added. Alkyl halides are involved in what type of reaction? Nucleophilic substitution reactions generally. So here what is the nucleophile? OH minus. So in this case, listen, if you want inversion configuration, this nucleophile can attack to the stereocenter. This OH minus ion, this is acting as a nucleophile. Already we discussed it in chemical properties, nucleophile. This nucleophile attack to this stereocenter from the opposite side of halogen atom. This is the halogen. Our halogen atom opposite side. That means it is attacked like this. So whenever this nucleophile is attacked to this carbon from the opposite side of bromine, that means a halogen atom, we can get the bromine is slowly removed, OH group is attached to this carbon. So in this case, what type of product we can get? So in this case, this is the carbon, general stereogenic carbon. So here hydrogen atom is there. So next one, CH3, C2H5 group is there. Next CH3 group is there. But here OH group is exactly attached opposite side to the bromine. We can get this one. So this compound is also we can take in. This is the stereogenic center. So this is the hydrogen. This is the C2. This is the Br. So this is CH3. So this is C2H5. Like that we can mention. Very easy to understand. This OH group is so approaches opposite side to the halogen attached carbon, stereo center. Both are same. Very easy to understand, we can take this type of molecule. Both are same molecules. So whenever OH group is attached to this OH group, so bromine atom is slowly removed, we can get this compound. So just you compare this molecule and this molecule. this molecule and this molecule. So what is the difference? So bromine position, exactly opposite position is occupied by OH group. OH group. This is called inversion configuration. Inversion configuration. Inversion configuration. So in this molecule, bromine is present at right side. After the completion of chemical reaction, OH group is present at left side. That is called inversion configuration. Inversion configuration. So for easy to, a process is said to be inversion configuration when nucleophile, that means reagent. When reagent means nucleophile. This is the nucleophile. It is taken as a reagent. Can attack to the stereo center. What is the meaning of stereo center? It is nothing but asymmetric carbon. Yes or no? This is asymmetric. 4 different groups are there. That's why this is asymmetric carbon. From the opposite side of leaving group. What is the leaving group? Here we are used one term. Leaving group means bromine is removed. In bracket, halogen atom. To form product. And the product has inversion of configuration. Configuration with respect to reactant configuration. So reactant configuration, this is the reactant configuration. Product comparison, just we can compare. So exactly opposite configuration we can get. This is called inversion configuration. In the case of inversion configuration, we can get product opposite structure of reactant structure. So this is the inversion configuration. This term we are used in mechanisms. So whenever we can use inversion configuration, immediately you think about this type of mechanism will be possible. Okay, next, last one. So retention configuration. So retention means as it is. Retention configuration. Configuration means structure, arrangement. Configuration, what is the meaning of configuration? Retention configuration. Configuration means structure or arrangement of atoms. Simple meaning. In chemical terminology, we are using the configuration. Okay, retention configuration means we are taking the same molecule. We are taking the same molecule. For example, CH, suppose that is taken as Br. Okay, bond on C2He5. This is CH3, and this one hydrogen. This molecule in inversion configuration, we are used this molecule. So instead of Br, we can take alcohol. So alcohols are involved in retention configuration compounds. This is one molecule, alcohol molecule. So in the case of alcohol molecule, what is the stereogenic center? Carbon. This is the stereogenic center carbon. Yes or no? This group is different. H is different. CH3 is different. This total group is different. This is the stereogenic carbon. In the case of retention configuration, So that reactant, suppose if we add HCl, we are added HCl. So in this case, so reaction cannot be proceed at stereogenic carbon. Stereogenic carbon. So reaction here, bond will be broken. It is not a stereogenic carbon because similar hydrogen atoms are there. That's why it is not a asymmetric carbon. So we can get C2He5 here, C2He5 bond CH, bond CH3, bond CH2, bond. Instead of OH we can take Cl. So this is one type of reaction. In this reaction, OH group position, direction of the position, and chlorine direction of the position, both are same. This is right side, this is also right side. This is also right side. So this type of configuration is called retention configuration. If you want a retention configuration, so that reaction cannot proceed at stereocarbon. If you want inversion configuration, that reaction proceed at stereocarbon, at stereocarbon. So in the case of retention configuration, simply we are taken as when the bonds cannot be involved in breaking process. So when the bonds cannot be involved in breaking process, breaking process at stereo center, So in this case, to form product, in the case of to form product, so and this product has same configuration with respect to reactant configuration. Here same configuration. So same, if you get the same configuration containing product with respect to reactant, that is called retention configuration. If we get the product has a different configuration, that is called inversion configuration. These two terms we are used in SN1 and SN2 mechanisms. So up to this one, very important topic. You read well. Next video we will learn SN1 and SN2 mechanism.